Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nazra and Veronica, and today I'm back with another reaction video. Should we reach a race-neutral future in education?
Well, we're discussing the very sensitive topic of whether or not white people are discriminated against in education and the workplace. Is this a made-up issue in the news, or is there a good reason why some people feel this is real? Now, I want to introduce Mala Epinobi, who is a conservative podcast host and a public speaker. Mala, you've been listening to everything that we've been talking about here. I said there may be a third factor here. They don't have the opportunities in some of the schools they're coming from to get prepared, and that has to be addressed, but we can get back to that in a minute. But what do you think about what we're talking about so far?
Right. I'll talk to your example that you gave about the Monopoly game and a white person being able to run the track twice over and a black person starting after that. The solution is not to then pick up the black person and run them around the lap 4 times. The solution is to fix the game and make that equal, which would be a race-neutral future. We should not be looking at race when it comes to college admissions at all. And when it comes to things like affirmative action, if we truly said we cared about minorities, it wouldn't be disproportionately affecting Asian Americans, as Candace said, like it is now. Why do we not care about that minority group?
We absolutely care about all minority groups, just like we care about all students. But I think everyone has a significant misunderstanding of these policies. They're comprehensive or holistic in nature. This is one factor among many other factors. And then we say, across all those factors, looking at these and taking them in tandem, is this student best prepared? Because it's not just about your intelligence, that's important. It's also about your drive, about your resilience, about your ability to overcome challenges, and that's what makes you successful.
Even with those factors taken into account, Asian students and white students are discriminated against when compared to their black counterparts. How is that the case? And it seems that with affirmative action, we've dictated we care about black students, we care about Hispanic students. These are the minorities who are going to benefit from this, and Asians are not. And Native Americans.
This guy, he didn't even respond to what she said about fixing the game, not just giving the other guy a little push. Fix the freaking game so no one loses. Common sense. She said it very eloquently, worded it perfectly, and he didn't even respond to it. Yeah, you can just tell what kind of a person he is. Don't forget the ethnic... Don't forget that I can't remember what he said. You can just tell what kind of a person he is. He's just very annoying, very pedantic, doesn't have any logic, is just basing his entire life ethic on pure opinion. It's hard to watch.
The through line is not necessarily socioeconomic status. It doesn't seem to be resources. It seems to be that these are the minority groups that we feel bad for. We don't feel bad for Asian Americans because they have a culture of high academic standing. They have a culture of drive and of facing adversity. We look at black students and Hispanic students and Native American students.
We are inferior,
and we pity them.
That's what makes my blood boil. I mean, it's just, I am not less than you because you are white. I don't need you to look at me and feel bad for me because of the color of my skin. And that's effectively what you're doing every time you take an application and you say, oh, well, this girl's black, so I kind of feel bad for her, so I'm going to put her at the top of a line. It's just not necessary. I believe, right, that black Americans are capable of performing in the same capacity as their white peers. You two don't actually believe that, because if you support affirmative action, you are basically saying that black Americans cannot do it on their own.
No, what I'm saying is that there's a history of racism and exclusionary practices, and instead we're reducing it all the way down just to race. And what these admissions practices are actually doing is saying, no, there's a constellation of factors that we're considering in the holistic review of this application.
How is a white man telling a black woman how her life is and how she's affected by things? She knows. She is black. She's been through her entire life. She knows what adversities she faces, and she's saying that she doesn't want to be treated any differently to a white person. And he's there saying, oh, no, but you need to be treated differently because you are different. And this is, you're being affected by this. It's so patronizing, so wrong. Choose your fucking side, man. Choose your side.
Race from the applications
is basically making it about race. You're saying these are the black people, these are the white people, these are the Asian people, these are the Native American people, as you mentioned. But as one of the audience members said, what about people who are of mixed race? I'm of mixed background. What am I supposed to mark on an application? Am I supposed to mark multiple boxes? And plus, if you are painting people as an oppressor, if you're white,
that's a terrible thing to tell someone to do.
Well, it's the truth because you believe in affirmative action. So I said mark black. If you're a mixed student, I'm in an interracial relationship, so I can speak to this. I have a son that's half white and a son that's half black and a daughter that's half white and half black. they're going to mark black, because I know that there are people like you at the universities who will say, well, because this person is black, I'm just going to let them in.
No, they're going to mark black because they're black.
Do you
Oh my goodness. She's like, oh, I don't know what race to mark myself out with as when I'm applying to jobs. Candace Owens goes, mark black because you'll get a head start, you'll get an advantage. And that's what this positive discrimination is going to lead to, people lying about their race. And he's like, oh, that's a horrible thing to tell someone to do. He's just such a failure. Everything that he seems to stand for is going to accomplish the opposite of what he seems to want. Literally no logic there. I believe that reverse discrimination is wrong. It's racist, actually. I know there are people who say you can't be racist to white people. You can. I've seen it firsthand in this day and age. Back in the day, it wasn't possible. Nowadays, it definitely is, and it's happening all the time. And white people are discriminated against. On certain job applications, it says you have to be of an ethnic minority to apply to this job. You have to be black, Asian, or, whatever, of mixed ethnicity. You can't be white. So that is racist, and it's stopping opportunities for white people, and I think that's really wrong, and it needs to be stopped ASAP. Hopefully one day people will look back and be like, how did they ever allow this to happen? Because it is happening, trust me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe that white people should be discriminated against in order for black people and ethnic minority people to succeed and do better? I think everyone should be given an equal ground, personally. Is it crazy? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.